Basically, you have to marry the people who are going to install your roof with the material and take precautions to set up that job site safety to protect your property. So when we show up at your home, we're going to set up a catch-all system around your house to protect your landscaping, to protect your hardscaping, or any other items, specialty items we have that we need to consider, like your pool. So first thing we're going to do is, before we start tearing off, we're going to make sure we have your home properly protected during the tear-off process. So that's one big step. And then obviously we're showing up with our crew, with our guys to get the work done. They need the material there to actually do the job. So most jobs, we have one of our distributors deliver the material onto the roof, as long as it's not too steep, either right before we start the project, or most of the time we like to do it the day of, so that we can tear off the material, have a nice clean deck, and then get the material up there and start installing it. So things that can prolong a build, a nice long ranch with a not too steep of a roof, you know, those jobs progress a lot more quickly than if you have a very, very steep roof. It just takes longer to do those. So some of the tools that we have to use on the steeper slopes are things like roof jacks and foam pads to make sure we can hold the material and get around the roof in a safe manner. One is the distributor delivers most of the material we install on your home. So they have what's called a large boom truck. They have the shingles on the truck. They come to your house, they back up in your driveway, they extend the boom, turn it around so that it can get on the roof. One guy's on the truck, one guy's on the roof, which is very nice for our crew, so they don't have to get it up in a lot of other ways that are much slower. If a boom truck cannot roof load the material, a lot of times we'll use a telehandler, which is a big forklift that has an extension that can go out like this so that the material can be loaded onto the roof. Another piece of equipment we use both for tear off and sometimes for getting material on the roof is called an equipter. Equipters are great. They're portable, almost like roof buggies that have very wide tires so they don't leave any ruts in the grass. They can drive on the grass so that our guys during tear off can throw that material directly into the trash receptacle, the equipter, without having to come down onto the ground or onto landscaping or any other important items you might have around your house that you don't want to be damaged during tear off. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on what you need to know during your roof build project. But if you ever have any questions, please reach out to Rhoden Roofing today.